Well, and then I saw Richard said it, but I've also seen it on Twitter. Well, some of it where people were saying that they feel bad for like Naomi and Andrade, and I forget who else they were saying, but they felt like they screwed themselves returning when they did because it's Mania season, so there's not really going to be plans for them because obviously Mania plans are made far in advance and then things change naturally. But do you think that that is something that, like, to me, I feel like I don't know how to. I'll just say what I think because I don't know how to word my question. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't agree about it being like they screwed themselves. I feel like if you get the opportunity to go to WWE, especially, and they're like, we're going to do this and this and this with you, but it might take a little bit longer because of when you're returning. I don't
Mhm.
really see that being like, oh man, I shouldn't have returned now. It's like, because then I think about like Chelsea Green, who was sitting on the shelf for months before they decided that, okay, we're going to have her on
Yeah.
on this show, you know, like I feel like I get timing is everything, but I also feel like timing is everything. Like we could have
Exactly.
some really cool moments with these guys after Mania instead of them trying to rush them into a storyline and put them into a match or like something, you know, like I would rather them not be on the Mania card than be thrown into like a battle royal. Just so it's like, well, they were there.
That I agree with 1,000% because then if you put them in a battle royal, it kind of diminishes them when they go after, the Intercontinental, the World Heavyweight title, whatever title that may be, because you were just fighting in a battle royal. What makes you think you're so special? If you think you're so special, you would have won that battle royal. You got to think
Mhm.
like that and how things make sense. And for Andrade to just have that vignette right now, all you're doing is just being like, "Oh, Andrade's back. Who's he gonna like?" You're getting excited for Andrade, not because you want to see him immediately right now, but that when you eventually see him, it's gonna be in some feud or storyline that gets you excited to watch.
Because I think people forget about the aspect of these people needing to be like reintroduced to the audience. Like it doesn't
Yes,
matter that Naomi was in WWE for, 10 plus years. It doesn't matter that Andrade was. Like you can even use Cody Rhodes as an example when he first
I think Cody
returned to
Rhodes is a good
WWE.
example. I think it is a great
They
example.
they knew that his main objective in returning to WWE was to go after the WWE championship. They
Mhm.
didn't give him a single opportunity to do so before he got, tore his pec.
Pack.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, because you have to reintroduce these people to remind people who they are, but then also it's like they're gonna come in and they're not gonna be the same people that they were when we last saw them. So
No.
to me, it's like, yeah, Naomi being back is great and I'm excited, but why should she be getting a Mania match over the girls who have been here the last 2 years trying to get on the card?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's no disrespect to her. It's nothing. I don't mean any disrespect
No.
to,
No,
like
yeah,
Andrade or anything.
absolutely.
But I feel like, you came in at the right time because the Royal Rumble is a time where a lot of people come back and do returns or
Yes.
whatever debuts. So I don't think that it's something they should regret. I think that they knew also, like if I'm coming
Oh,
back in the
yeah.
Royal Rumble, it's Mania season. Like I might not have a match this year. So I feel like it's a risk you're
That's
willing
a
to
huge
take because it's where you want to be. It's just not the right time to get a match at Mania or something.
it's kinda like bonus land when you're developing your own path in WWE
Mhm.
because yeah, you sign and you should have your path already paved when before you sign or as you sign your contract to get you there. And it's like, okay, this is why you're back. Well, the Royal Rumble, you just have to be back for a cheap pop. But if we sign you because, okay, we see you as a major fixture in our
Mm.
future plans, then this time before WrestleMania, it can just be hyping them up. Maybe at WrestleMania, you're there.
Mhm.
Keyword what I just said, you're there. You're
Mhm.
not in a match, you're not in a battle royal, but you're there because you're scouting. That makes more sense logistically to build up somebody for a potential title feud than just having them in a match to have iron sharpen iron type of thing.
Well, I have two examples. One, look at what happened with LA Knight. LA Knight wasn't on the Mania card last year.
No.
Was kind of slowly getting to a peak at that point, right? Because
Well,
we weren't that far removed from Rumble when he had that
yeah.
match with Bray. But he wasn't the megastar yet, And then look
No.
what happened after Mania. Look at now. He could potentially have one of the best matches of Mania weekend a year later. Or if you want to talk about recently, they're not on the same level, and I'm not saying that they are, but we all were complaining about The Rock coming in, inserting himself into storylines that he shouldn't be, and deciding that he wants this Mania match, and everyone was upset because he didn't earn it, and blah blah blah. Obviously, Andrade, Naomi, and these other names are not on the same level, but wouldn't we have somewhat of the same complaint if they then took a spot in a match over somebody who I don't know,
Oh yeah.
maybe I'm not saying this is legit, but what if Naomi replaced Becky in a match? Would
I
people be
was
like, you
legitimately
know?
thinking the same exact thing. Like,
Yeah,
that I would be upset with because, like, no, we want you here, great, but, like, you're not that makes no sense. Like, we've been wanting to
that
see this, we've been building it up. Yes.
right.
Like,
So that's what I'm saying. It's like it seems like it would elicit the same reaction, and it's like you love them both, but it's not the right time to be doing this. So
timing is everything.
yes,
Everything.
exactly.